It is our next matchup. It is UncleCaino rocking the all-time Indiana Pacers, and YoThatsEj rocking the all-time Houston Rockets. I'm for this Rockets team against the Pacers. I don't know what defensive badges Roy Hibbert has and what they gave him on this all-time team. Olajuwon's going to have a field day. If he goes with the exact same thing that he was doing before, it's going to have to be a lot of off-ball defense for Caino and trying to bait the lanes and send double teams to say, hey, you know, I'm not watching that. Show me that you can hit a jump shot.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to have to force EJ to shoot for sure. He's going to have to probably throw a double down there to kind of get into the double team animation and force the kickouts. EJ did start the beginning of last game struggling to shoot with James Harden, and then he just kind of forced himself into the paint, and it just worked out for him, was able to score each time he gets past. So maybe that has to be Caino's strategy going against EJ.
It's going to be the Pacers' home court. Of course, the Pacers just made the finals last year, ended up falling to the Oklahoma City Thunder. I mean, I'm sure Indy was going crazy during that stretch of time.
During that time, it was bananas downtown, for sure.
And that's going to be the first stop coming in. That was Jermaine O'Neal. Actually, Jermaine O'Neal might have some decent defensive badges to try to square up with it.
Oh, yeah. Jermaine's got the defensive badges. If you're going to...
Oh, my goodness. Pull back in the green there for Caino.
Oh, man, what a start. Yeah, Jermaine O'Neal got to be the guy you can throw down there to get some stops in. If you got to bring Hibbert out, then so be it.
I think O'Neal probably outclasses Hibbert on the defensive end. I don't think it's probably even close. We'll have to see if we can get a little preview of any of the badges whatsoever. We're still trying to stick with this pick and roll. Olajuwon does get the better of the slip that time. And so first points of the game, and a lot of emphasis on, you know, going back to the basics and just trying to find the big on the inside. Meanwhile, for Caino, just that first three attempted there with Paul George able to get it to go. As Henry's trying to attack the off ball as much as possible. A little pass back and forth to get it back over to Paul George. Is now with Granger back over to George. Each time someone touches it, they pass it within a second. Tries to spin. Artest has to put something up, and he can't get that to go.
See what he can do. One thing about the all-time Pacers, they do have a really good defense. Like you have guys like Artest in the game. You got Paul George. You got defenders.
Now Artest in the lane. They do find Granger moving out there in transition. A 7-2 start. A lot better from what we ended up seeing in that first matchup as Harden will get his first shot at a three.
What a shot.
And he knocks it down. This has been the best offensive start from any game that we have seen so far throughout this entire tournament. As it's back with George. O'Neal sets the screen, pulls up with it. No good there. So no chance to tie or take the lead here on this possession with under a minute to go in the first. They do find Malone down low. We're all squared away at 7.
Yeah, he has two bigs in the lineup, too. I'm surprised he's not sitting low a little more.
Play's going to be called out.
Running the floppy.
And they do that just to switch it to the 5-out. As Paul George getting bumped around there by Harden, tries to spin off of him. Looking for something in the post. They get the kick out there to Granger. Breaks everything there on that shot. Wow, Harden just bullied PG there for that rebound.
Yeah, PG was out of stam there. Couldn't do anything. So Harden was able to just toss him out the way. I haven't seen a green rebound today. I just thought about that.
That's a good note. Maybe we just haven't been paying attention.
Yeah.
I feel like it's something that we probably would have seen at some point. 3 seconds to work with George. Goes one-on-one, spins, loses the ball. They got to hoist this one up. And does hit the back of the iron and pops out. I mean, definitely the best offensive start that I think that we've seen. We've seen a mixture of threes and the twos as well. And right around where you might expect with the 3-minute quarters. I feel like, you know, you want to push 10 at least, because when you're talking about the 5-minute quarter games, 15 points or above is a good offensive quarter.
Yeah. So you want to give when it's 5 minutes, you're pretty much good at 15. First team to 60 usually wins. And this one, you got to try to get 10. I know the games go so fast, so it's like if you mess up a couple possessions, it can kind of bite you in those 3-minute quarters. But if you can pull together a few stops, it can really work in your advantage. And both teams have had a point to where they got a few stops and was able to score, and they got streaky in a couple possessions where hitting a couple threes. So we'll see which one pulls ahead.
Seeing some swaps come out here for EJ. Harden will stay in the game, but some other players did end up moving around as well. Murphy is back in too. And for the Pacers, everything sticking to how it has been, and that's what's been working as Paul George gets something in transition. Big one-handed throw down there for PG. We have not seen Halliburton come into the game. That's been the biggest adjustment that we've seen so far.
Yeah, I got to talk to Caino a little bit. He wasn't a fan of Halliburton 6, and that could have led to the decision to just kind of run things with Paul George, and it seems to be working for him. Yeah, Paul George has 7 points at the moment.
This Paul George when he was souped in 2K. You could have him as just the primary guy to always try to operate with. Now, 76ers Paul George, probably not so much.
Not so much.
And Olajuwon's going to be blocked there. I believe that was Granger that came away with that block. Gets the ball. And they slow it up. They go cross court back over to Paul George. Leaning heavy onto him, and it's another green there from downtown for Kaino. Trying to get the ball in, finally do. I mean, he's getting that little bit of space, and he's taking it. There's no hesitation now as there was before.
That's good D.
Murphy down with the trees. Harden gets it back up top. They hit the slip again. Slip is open. I'm a part of the Hit the Slip Foundation.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Beat me. Paul George misses that time. Olajuwon's got to have at least 5 rebounds already in this game. He's snagged everything that's been up there so far on the defensive end as Olajuwon's in the post. Got to be careful. The 3-second call is looming, and it's actually going to be a reach-in foul that bails it out there on Daniels, and a timeout will be called after.
Yeah, it looks like he's forced. He's trying to get that pick and roll the same way he did in the first game, but Kaino seems to just be sitting low and forcing him to shoot. And I'm kind of surprised that EJ hasn't really started working at 3 off the screen as much as he did in the beginning of last game. He did hit a 3 earlier this game, so I thought he would kind of keep going towards it, but he might get forced to. We might also see Yao Ming jumping into the lineup here, so maybe he's going to throw him down in the paint and just kind of go over the top of whoever's down there. We'll see. But the Pacers got some big guys, too.
Halliburton will check into the game for the first time as well. McGrady in, full stamp to work with. So it is nice kind of seeing how they've adapted to it. There wasn't a lot of tactical changes the first match that we ended up seeing from both of them, but now they've tried to really find their rhythm and groove. That he's had McGrady sitting on the bench to get his stamina up, so now with Harden getting a little bit more tired, we'll have McGrady there as he just missed 2 free throws. And then Yao Ming checked into the game. And there's another green layup there for Paul George. 3-point lead now for Kaino.
I won't be surprised if they start using free throws as a strategy.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
hack whoever.
Yeah.
Olajuwon slips that one. And, wow, able to just weave his way right around the other side of Jermaine O'Neal. The only issue is, though, I mean, Paul George, he gets a couple bumps here from Harden, especially if he doesn't give him a little bit of a breather. I mean, look, he's already going to be cooked. There's not much that he's going to be able to do once it starts blinking. They go over to the corner. McGinnis with Yao on him. Back over to Paul George. Have to go to Halliburton now to try to get something up to savor this possession. They can't.
Yeah. He used a lot of stamina. He's using a lot of dribble moves with him, and I don't really know where his handles for days is, but you can tell that it's really weighing on the stamina now.
That one was taken away there by O'Neal when they try to hit the slip. Halliburton, a wide open 3. Not the prettiest of releases in real life or in 2K. But it's an open shot that you would hope that he would hit. Can EJ take the lead here? 2 seconds remaining. Had the open shot with T-Mac, but thought about it for too long, and they're able to get out there to close out. So at the end of the first half, just a narrow 1-point lead here for UncleCaino with his all-time Pacers. I mean, I'm kind of scared no matter who goes to this final, the fact they're going up against the all-time Lakers.
I know. I know, man.
I mean, definitely the Rockets matchup would at least be probably the more competitive in terms of the styles, but like you put the Pacers out there against them, that's going to be
it's going to be gritty.
A tough one. But it's again, a lot of Paul George attacks, which is good, but if you start to rely on him too much, he's not an agile guy anyway. You can't really dribble with him to get yourself a lot of open looks. At some point, you do have to put him on the back burner and kind of hope that you have another person to step up, which, I mean, could be Danny Granger. Could be one if you don't really want to go with Halliburton.
Yeah. I think with Paul George, he's going to get a little bit of a break with the halftime coming. He can also, like, maybe burn a timeout to give him a little more extra stand boost. But he is wasting a lot of dribbles in these possessions. So when you dribble a lot, you do lose a lot of stands.
Ooh, the early there on the hook gets it to go. EJ gets the lead for the first time in a long time. Up by 1 now. And I believe Paul George has gone to the bench. So, yeah, that little boost that you get in the second half or maybe some timeouts that are called, that can change some things up. So it's just solo Danny Granger out there, and he tries to float it up with Tyrese. The timing did look good. It's a big rebound there by Daniels. Jermaine O'Neal is going to take the deep midi, and Malone comes out of there with the rebound. And they try to go up quick to Clyde, and that's just going to be a reach-in foul, second on Halliburton. And Halliburton's going to be checking out of the game, too. I just saw there on the subs. And quick shot up there for Olajuwon on the roll. 3-point lead, largest now for EJ. Speaking of Granger, I think that's a little too deep.
A little too deep. I don't know if he has limb.
Halliburton tries to take a burst there off the right side. Great defense by Harden. Artest is open.
That's a good shot.
And just couldn't get it to go. Slow it down. I mean, this has just been, it's so simple for EJ. It's just get up there, you call for your screen, you just play the pick and roll down to a T. There's just been no true answer. There's been some times where the AI steps in and gets in the lanes. Can Halliburton give us something, though, on the offensive side? If not, they might as well just foul or call a timeout and get Paul George back into this game. Play's going to be called now. 5 seconds remaining here on the shot clock. Halliburton trying to escape. Granger's going to be wide open, and he reads the release. Tracy McGrady will come out of there with the rebound up against all the trees in the paint.
That's a good play call. Just got to knock those down. Smoke 2 opens in a row.
McGrady wide open. Bad release there on that one. And EJ expresses his frustrations there with a T-Mac jump shot. It's crazy because you're so used to everyone using T-Mac, but so quick. His jump shot's actually very slow. I think two 2Ks ago is when they updated it and made it a lot slower, and there's an and one opportunity now. He screams how as Daniel steps to the stripe. He knocks it down. We're all tied, 17-17.
Makes an appearance. That's a good play to get back in this. Got to string together some stops.
CP3 got a lot of minutes in that first round matchup, and Yao Ming, no one even down there to contest him. Timeout's going to be called.
Yeah, Yao's huge, man. Like, I'm surprised he's just not getting in the game. He actually gets some minutes. I think he played a little bit in the first half, but not so much. But
he put him in for like a few minutes, and then he immediately came out. He's trying to think of give Olajuwon a little bit more of a break and put him in there. And he's been using, I mean, to be honest, like, if you ever use this team, you never use CP3, just because like he's not that good of a player to actually use.
Yeah, he's small.
But he's been going to him a lot. I mean, he is pretty quick and he's crafty around the rim too, so if he does get a blow by, then it leaves some things open. But this right here, the size mismatch, this is what he wants. But Paul George gets bumped there by CP3. Oh, nice little dribble move there. Gets into the paint. And I think that's a matchup you got to change ASAP if you have CP3 in this game. 16 seconds remain. Malone gets himself an open lane. Hey, what's the one thing that you're adjusting to? You got to probably play off ball in the back end of the pick and roll, right? There's no big threat shooting off the actual screen.
Yeah, and he has Chris Paul, and I know he's not confident in Chris Paul's jump shot. So I'm probably sitting back with whoever my back end is and just kind of waiting for the pass to come through, or I'm just sitting below, just want to size up and wall him up so he doesn't finish.
Well, that was one of the more crafty drill moves we've seen from Paul George, and probably shocked Kaino too. The fact that he did that, he's like, what just happened there?
Yeah. We definitely had those moments where we get open and we're like, oh, man, I didn't think I'd get open there.
You're like you're flicking down for the behind the back, and every time you've done it behind the back, you've got nothing. You get the one God one. You're like,
oh, yeah.
Wait, you can do this?
The random ankle breaker.
Well, here we go. Fourth and final quarter, our last semifinal matchup. EJ up by 2, and that's going to be a steal there from Clyde the Glide. And they get it down to Olajuwon. Big two-hand throwdown as he extends the lead out. This is where it gets a little bit, I'm so confused. I think the towel boy held the ball there for a moment. Still anybody's game as they go to Granger in the corner, puts it up. Good contest, though, coming from EJ. And that's a charge.
That might be a charge.
There it is. We're going the other way.
First charge at a tournament.
That's the Hail Mary charge that you're like, oh, it's not going to work.
Oh, man.
He almost goes back court. Panic pass comes up to Artest. Now back over to Paul George. Trying to go one-on-one, and that's going to be stolen away. Just keeps trying to force feed the ball down there to the inside. Malone coming out with another steal. And down to Olajuwon it goes. He fumbles it, but he's getting some stops. He's just got to get the offensive rhythm back in flow.
Yeah, he hasn't gotten a good look in a little while. It seems like everything he's been shooting been pretty contested. EJ playing really good D right now.
And I'm sorry, I mean, trying to ISO any AI is just not the way to go. You got to get some screens and get that involved if you want any type of chance at it.
Yeah, you can run maybe a pick and pop at Granger or something.
Oh, Artest is open, and that's no green there. Those are the ones that you need. Harden gets it over to Malone. Trying to go one-on-one, get some space, and gets the big two-hand slam. We call that old head left stick ball.
Man, yeah. Do I know it?
Paul George lines it up and knocks it down.
Not out of it yet.
Back to a three-point game, under 1 minute 30 to go. They hit the slip again. O'Neal's there to block it off. McGrady gets down there. It's a steal from Ron Artest. Paul George moving, pulls back. The green from Caino ties the game at 25.
Big shot.
That's a confident shot right there on the pullback. Had the crab and everything. And it's another steal for Caino. Outlet to Artest. And they'll slow it down with Paul George. He's got Olajuwon in his sight lines. O'Neal gets it. O'Neal slams it down. And UncleCaino goes up by 2. We can breathe for a moment. EJ will slow it down here with Harden. Oh, it's stolen again. 4th turnover in a row. Granger has it. He's looking for one man and one man only. Oh, no, he's not going to Paul George. Yes, he is. Now he tries to go cross-court. Olajuwon's there. Clyde Drexler into the paint. Big two-hand throwdown. 27-27. A spot in the grand finals of the Scoremore with Xbox Ballers tournament on the line.
Going to keep James Harden in the pick and roll.
He's not going to be able to hold it directly for the last shot, but he's going to take it down as much as possible. And now he's going to call timeout.
That's smart. It's good to call timeout there and give Paul George some of his stand back. But what a run, man. 4 turnovers in a row, back-to-back threes, tie the game.
Gone away from what was working. They're not getting the slip in time, so you're just trying to pass the ball other ways. We'll see what changes are going to be made here from both teams. I forgot you had Pascal Siakam, too, on the bench the entire time.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about Pascal.
He's got a slick jumper, too.
And Sabonis.
Sabonis jumper.
It's a little tough, but hey, if you're open, you got to shoot what you can shoot.
So it looked like no changes on Caino's side. Same thing really over here. I think Hayes is going to be checking into the game. 8 seconds on the shot clock. The timeout should give him just a little bit more. Sabonis is actually checking into the game here for Indiana. Paul George will get it with 7 seconds. Working out here on the right side, trying to pull it back. Harden staying in front, the spin move. They have to get it to Granger. Someone's got to put something up, and they do. No good there. Yao Ming gets it. The green rebound came into play. And they
he didn't call a timeout or anything. Oh, I'm surprised. Man, we're going to another OT.
Second OT, and in one of the biggest games in our second semifinal. They got Vlad in the final with the all-time Lakers. And they'll be taking on either the all-time Pacers or the all-time Houston Rockets. Now, myself, Dirk, and Yay Not Gaming with you. It's been a stellar tournament so far. Still got plenty to go. The teams, I mean, the Pacers one is the one that kind of blew our minds. And it's a cruel thing. You think OT, you get a lot more stamina back. You don't get a whole lot. So it is going to be Caino starting off with this one. Paul George gets it to Artest. The first screen with Ron Artest comes from the right corner.
That's big. What a shot. See if EJ can match this.
We'll go to what's been working, that pick and roll with Olajuwon or Yao or whoever. Drexler takes a 3. It's going to be Olajuwon with the rebound. They try to double him up and get it. He throws the ball away right into the hands of Daniels. And now you get that first bucket in overtime. You get the stop. Now you just really take anything that they can give you here. Daniels the one trying to set the screen, but couldn't get Harden off of him. Artest pulls up into the mid-range. That's not his game. And that's going to be another steal. This defense has been on lock here so far. And I thought that might have been goaltending for a moment, but it was not. So Granger will step to the stripe. First one's green. That puts the lead to 4. This could make it 5.
No, Caino really been knocking down these free throws.
Dude, I don't think he's missed.
Yeah.
You would love to get a 3 from somewhere right now if you're EJ. Olajuwon backing down the post, tries to spin off O'Neal. Light work.
Surprised he hasn't gone to that sooner.
I think he's been trying to throw extra bodies at him to shape it up. And again, this the isolation has not been pretty with George on Harden. That's just thanks to the off-ball defense and Harden being able to stay in front. This time gets a burst of speed, goes into the lane. That one's going to bounce off the rim, so it's going to be offensive interference.
Oh, man. Need an easy bucket here if you're EJ. Might have to just go to the post.
Go for something quick. It is to Olajuwon. Gets bumped around. Almost looked like he was going to lose the ball. Great defense backing up, though, as O'Neal tries to get the post hook. You can't play any better defense on something like that. Don't let the animation go through. You back yourself into the paint. And now they can try to utilize as much of this clock as they can. George to O'Neal. O'Neal with the easy lefty scoop.
Good bucket.
And now you're playing in the territory where a three's got to come from somewhere, you feel. It depends how quickly you can try to get off a two here if you're EJ.
Yeah, you probably got to get something for T-Mac, something from James Harden to shoot over the defense.
McGrady to Harden. Harden for three. Greens it from the left side. And they go immediately for the foul. That's going to send them to the line. Paul George, the saving grace to this Indiana team.
Oh,
he misses
the commentator's
the first free throw.
curse.
You can't write the script any better. He misses both.
Oh, my goodness.
Do they have a timeout? McGrady down the lane.
No,
McGrady ties the game.
That's crazy. Tie game.
Oh, my. He had plenty of time to go there, was patient with it. It looked like it was Caino's game to win. But now he does have an opportunity. Can he get some magic here at the buzzer? You got the size of Yao Ming coming into the game.
Man,
and it looks like
seconds.
And he's keeping Olajuwon out. Malone is staying in. 3 seconds and a dream for the all-time Pacers and UncleCaino repping the hometown team in this tournament. The most unlikely pick out of anyone that we've seen today. Granger has a lot of stand. Paul George has been the saving grace. Can he get something here? PG takes the shot. PG can't get it to go. It's going to double overtime. It's a bonus basketball here in the semifinal.
Man, this is a grit fest. Double OT at the score of 34.
This is a scrappy game is what they call it. Soon you get to so much overtime, you're not going to have any stamina left on your guys.
Man.
So we head into our second overtime. Caino wins the tip again like he did in the first one. He started off with a 3 in that first OT. This time able to get an easy 2 down there to O'Neal. 20 points, by the way, for Paul George.
I think he has 20. He's fighting.
Artest on the play. They go out to Malone. He's going to be walled up. They do get it out there. Ball almost looked like it was tipped there by Artest. Harden trying to cook up. He's allowing the defense just to go one-on-one. He's like, I'll give you a taste of your own medicine. To Malone it goes. It's going to be knocked away by Daniels. The exact same way it started previously. Granger now on the run out. Waits out for the jump. Doesn't even need it. Greens the layup.
That's a big meter. You love those.
The jump shooting has not been there with T-Mac. But working on the pick and roll and finding a way to get in there. And that's going to be Pacers ball there off that tip. I was kind of thinking the same thing when EJ said that. I saw Pacers ball. I was like, okay. George on the inside gets it to Artest. Hit a big 3 in that last overtime as well. And that's going to be stolen away there by Clyde Drexler. Up to McGrady. Walled up by Artest. No getting through him. And they go to the inside. Another great layup comes through to pull it back to within 2. Under a minute to go in our second overtime, our last semifinal. You win this, you'll be playing in the grand final for a chance to win a trophy, the Xbox ball as well. It's with Paul George. Finds Daniels there on the inside, and Malone just couldn't get there. Didn't go with a meter on it, which was probably smart because he probably would have missed it. This is shaping up to be exactly how that first overtime ended. And they just force feed it straight down to Olajuwon. They found a little bit of space. But now you got to get a stop if you are EJ.
Yeah, the one thing to keep in mind, that meter is going to be rattling at the free throw line. So you might want to use it to your advantage.
And Artest for 3. It's another green for Caino.
That was a dot.
Back-to-back threes for Ron Artest in his last couple of attempts. And that might have been the one just to push it over a little bit more. We'll see what EJ tries to respond with. And that's going to be stolen away. And they do foul Paul George there. It was almost close to a clear path.
Yeah.
And so he did miss. When Paul George was at the line, he missed back-to-back. We'll see if that same trend continues here. The meter shaking, but this time it is green. Same thing for the second.
I think it was a calm meter that time.
45-38. What do you do now if you're EJ at this point? Just got to chuck something up.
Got to put something up, man. See if you can get a quick 3 like you did in the first OT.
Into T-Mac to Harden. Does force it up. Do they get the offensive rebound? They do not. Jermaine O'Neal has been huge so far in this game. But if there was an MVP to give, it goes to that man, Paul George. 20-plus points in this game. I believe he finished with 22. And UncleCaino with the all-time Pacers.
All-time Pacers.
They're going to be moving on forward into the final where they'll be taking on Vlad and the all-time Los Angeles Lakers. I'm excited to see how they match up, honestly.
Pacers having another shot at redemption right here. UncleCaino pulling it together. Those big threes in the fourth. And then getting stops when it mattered. Paul George paving the way.
I mean, you could go out there, you could pick so many different all-time teams. You could try to play rock, paper, scissors. You say, nah, man, give me Indiana.
Give me the hometown team, man. I'm going to go get it done.
Like, you could have had, the Bucks would have been another good pick
Bucks,
that you could have had on there. Oh, yeah, because with Wemby especially being on it, he was telling us yesterday that he was thinking of going with the Spurs. And you know what? He's getting it done with Indiana. It's been scrappy as well, but now he'll face the juggernaut test of Vlad in that final. But you take it where you can get it. You go to a double overtime. You really got to dig down deep and grind for a win like that.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And both teams, like both players, they fought. They got to a point where one would be up by 6 points and the other one would make a run and vice versa. And I thought we was going to see a buzzer beater in one of those overtimes or fourth quarter. But, I mean, we got a grit fest instead. I'll take it.
Yeah, the only 2 threes Ron Artest made in this whole game was in the first OT and then that second OT to push it out of the realm just a little bit more. I mean, it was good because I don't think he's made a single shot with Artest leading up to that. I think even in the last game, it was just nothing but reds coming from him the entire time as well. But what a way to close out our finals, semifinals. So Vlad and UncleCaino will be the 2 teams that will be squaring off here within the next couple of hours as well. Dirk and YoThatsEj Gaming here alongside with you as we have been the entire day. We got the Joe Vegas out there on the floor, crushing it with all the interviews that we have out here at the Score More with Xbox Ballers tournament. Shout out to everybody out there watching on twitch.tv/Xbox. I'm going to plug this once more. A chance to win this ball and a copy of NBA 2K26 when it does drop on September 5th with the exclamation point NBA 2K26 is your chance to enter to win that. Speaking of the Joe Vegas, let's head down to the floor. He is currently with UncleCaino.
Man, Kaino, like that was an insane one to be able to make it to the finals. Not 1 OT, 2 OTs. So can you just tell us a little bit about the adjustments that you had to make going through that entire game? Because we saw you making a lot of adjustments.
For sure. So I was at a disadvantage for sure in the paint. He had one of the most, the biggest teams you could get, which is hard to stop, obviously. But the adjustments I made is he was trying to hit the slip every time, so I brought the guy out of the corner a few times, and I was able to get a steal, luckily. That's what turned the game around. We were able to hit a couple of big shots. But overall, that was a great game, man. That was probably one of the funnest times I've had on 2K in a long time, man.
I mean, we heard you and EJ going back and forth and talk your talk. Like, that's exactly what we love when it comes to 2K esports. So on the offensive end, right, we saw you move more towards that 5-out that you're kind of talking about a little bit with PG. And we saw a couple key buckets from Ron Artest of all people. Yeah. Can you just tell us about, what you were seeing there?
So every time I would get around him, occasionally he would try to bait me to pass it, so I would burn off stamina, burn off time on the clock. But a couple of times he bit into the paint because I actually hit the slip 2 or 3 times. So then he bit on the slip, and I was able to hit Ron Artest to get an open 3, and those just happened to be the daggers that put it over the edge, man. But that was a great game. It was a great game.
For sure. And then lastly, this is coming up. It's the finals against Vlad Wavy, who's been a dominant performer in this entire tournament. What are your thoughts going in? How are you feeling? Because, you see the trophy over there. It's so close. You can touch it, yeah.
Man, Vlad's going to be some great competition to go against. He's obviously got the all-time Lakers. He's got Kobe, Shaq, you name it. He's got all the players. So I'm going to be going up against a big matchup right here, man. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. Definitely.
It definitely is. Dirk, Ye, how fun do you think this finals versus UncleCaino and Vlad